Hey guys, back out again. Put the steering box on, and right now I'm about to torque it. And I figured I'd just show you guys. I picked up one of these Eastwood digital torque wrenches because of 5 or 6 torque wrenches I have lying around here. Not a single one of them can do a left-hand bolt torque right. They all go way, way, way over what they're supposed to be, and so I wanted a better torque wrench that could do left or right-handed torquing. So anyways, I got this thing and I'm about to try it out for the first time. I'm going to torque the bolts on the steering box, and I figured I'd show you guys how this thing works in case you guys were looking for one yourself. It was, well, I don't know what a snap-on one would cost, but I imagine it's probably considerably cheaper, but you know, it may be one of those situations where you get what you pay for. We'll see how it goes. This thing, I think I got it on sale a few months ago when it was selling for about 150. This is the half-inch drive. I think it goes to about 150 foot-pounds. So maybe I'll drag it over to the workbench and I'll show you how you program it. And believe me, it's interesting to say the least. Okay, here's the unit. It comes with pretty good instructions. They're not direct Chinese to English translations. They're well written in English. They're pretty detailed. And like there's for a torque wrench, there's I don't know, 6 or 8 pages here. I guess 7 pages if you don't count the last page, and 6 if you don't count the first page. Whatever. Anyways, once you figure it all out, it's actually fairly easy to set up. Uses AAA battery so that there's no wacky button cells in it. There's 4 of them in here, and it comes with them. So we turn it on. It beeps. It shows you, a display so that it's all working correctly. There's up to 5 presets. You can see M1, or that's 4, 5, and 1. There's the one that I've already set up for my steering box. So we'll go to the next one, and we'll set it to some number like, we'll just choose a random number, 134 foot-pounds. So you hold down the set button, flash is set, and gives you the opportunity to set all the buttons. Now you can hit 0 to zero out the whole display, hit plus to increase the selected one, hit next, which is that button for the next one, and we'll hit that 3 times. Hit next again, and we're going to set, I think, 134. 3, 4. I'm getting a bit of glare off the overhead light. You say accept, and then we'll move to torque or the torque angle setting that you want to. Now, if you don't want to set it, I'm not really sure what you want to set it to, so I'm going to just leave it at 360, and it accepted it. It automatically translated through there. So now we're current memory 2 is set to 134 foot-pounds torque, and we're good to go there. Now I don't want that for this case. Well, anyways, that's how easy that is to set this unit up here. So I want my 75. So let's go over to the truck and we'll do the torques on the steering box mounting bolts. Well, I'm not sure how this is gonna look, but I've already mounted the steering box and I've lightly tightened them with my 1/2-inch ratchet there. I also had mounted already the intermediate shaft here, so it's kind of hanging off the rag joint, which somebody will probably say is not good practice, but whatever. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so let's put the socket on this thing and then we'll try and do this. It's going to be pretty dark under here, but hopefully you can see the display and how the unit itself is reacting. Okay, so I turned the illuminated display on. It's not quite right in the instructions. They talk about just pressing the illumination button, but you actually have to press it and hold it. And I was wrong about one thing. The T on here means it's in track mode on there, which means it'll show you what the current torque is on the display. Now it's supposed to go through a series of beeps and flashes that are supposed to indicate when it's done. Supposedly a continuous tone means that it's you've reached your peak torque. So let's see how this goes here. So 29. Yeah, I'll rack it back up a bit here. Now I've set it to 75 foot-pounds. So that would indicate that it hit 75 there. So it seems like not a bad unit. It's a little bit, you know, admittedly for something that's supposed to be simple, it is a little bit more difficult than I would have expected to use, but nonetheless, you might like it. You know, certainly this is the best I can afford, at least for right now. I'm going to use it and see how I go with it over time here. Anyways, I'm going to do the other 3 on this unit. Then I also have to do the bolt onto the pitman arm. That one is considerably higher, and I'm not sure if this thing is capable of what the maximum number is on this one. This has 100 and, I thought it said 148 on here somewhere. But in any case, yeah, there it is. It says 148 foot-pounds, and I think that the pitman arm needs like something ridiculous, like 160 or 180. So I'll have to use one of my bigger torque wrenches, but it's right-hand thread, so I trust those ones with that. But nonetheless, looks like it's a decent torque wrench. I think that that's it for today. This is probably getting to be a little bit of a long video, so I don't want to make it too much longer. And like, this isn't that interesting. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Okay, just want to add a little postfix to this thing. Oh, you rotten thing! Why are you not focusing? There you go. About this, that it may not have sounded like it was a particularly positive review of this unit, but I actually do like it. I used it to do the other rest of the string bolts, and once you kind of get the idea of it, it's actually fairly easy to use. And like, the programming isn't too bad, and that beep indication as well as a light seems to be a pretty good indicator. So I give it 2 thumbs up here, you know, for what that's worth. Anyways, later guys.